Okay, so you're asking yourself, this one runs, has reverse, why would it be here? Because I've owned it for like 11 years and I haven't done some maintenance on it, so we're going to be going through all the maintenance that you should do on these sleds, kind of an overview of what you should do before season. We're about halfway through the season right now. We took this out for one weekend, and I just wanted to make sure I got it down here to get it cleaned up before we put any more miles on. I know we're going to take it out a few more times this year. It's a good sled. It's 2008 MXD Adrenaline. 600 HO SDI. It doesn't have electric start now, but hopefully by the end of this video, it will have electric start, which would be a pretty awesome add-on. We'll go through that when we get into it. We're also going to be doing the Isoflex grease in this one, like we did in a different video. Checking the Hyfax, checking carbides, changing spark plugs, checking compression, doing all the great stuff, checking the chain case oil, seeing what it all needs. First, we're going to let it thaw out because as you can see, it's covered with snow. Just got down here in a trailer. Okay, now that it's all thawed out, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take off the hood and the side panels. I'm going to take off the clutch and we're going to take off the exhaust because those are all going to have to basically come off to do what we need to do. So I'm going to do that. We'll just do it real quick with probably just on a time lapse. So the reason why I'm pretty sure we can do a electric start add-on is this is the mount for it, and then there's just a bolt in that goes on the engine block, and then on the clutch itself, you can see it down there. There's a tooth gear on it, which is what you need for the electric start. Before we start into that, though, we're going to change the Isoflex grease on here, which I have an entire video for, but so I'll just do it on a time lapse so you can see me doing it. And then if you need to do in more detail of how to do it, you can go to the video and watch that. So that's the Isoflex all changed out in there. Sorry, I'm trying with the lighting the best I can to make it so you can actually see it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some tests on the wiring on the other side so that we can make sure that the starter will work. So what's making this somewhat economical for me to try to put in the electric starter is that we already upgraded to the bigger battery. We did that a few years ago when we had to replace the little battery and it was almost the same price to get a big one. And the big one seems to hold pressure a lot better. And I also have a starter solenoid from a parted out sled that has both the power cable for the starter and to the battery and the solenoid itself. So it kind of makes it worthwhile for me to try to put this in here. So the first thing I got to do is this battery's got a lot of grease on it. So I'm going to take it out, clean it up, take out the old bracket that looks like this one, install this one. And then the two wires are already on here for that have to be wired into this. So I'm going to get that all kind of cleaned up. I'll just put you on in the background. Okay, so I'm going to temporarily wire this starter in, and then we'll ground it, and we'll see if it'll start, if it'll spin. If it does, then it's pretty awesome. I should just have to hold it like that, and hopefully it'll go. Kill switch. It may start. Oh, it wouldn't start. It won't spark like that when it's actually installed, but we have a starter. Pretty awesome. Okay, so now we got two. That's pretty cool. Now we're going to, actually fuck it. We're gonna leave this just loose on here so I can get the right orientation of the wire, but we're gonna run this into there and see what we gotta do. I'll bring you around front and we'll figure it out. Now I'm gonna try to show you how I do this. I'm not sure how well this is gonna show up on the camera here because I gotta put my fat hands in there. So you can see I have the starter just sitting here. It has to mount underneath this exhaust flange. There's the brackets that I showed you over by the clutch, and then there's a bolt hole in the center over here off the engine that I have to mount in there. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fish it in there and get the wire where it be happy. There we go. So I got just the one top bolt on the front up here. Just started. It should be in there, I have to hold it in there. And then the back, see if I can get you down in there. You can see the starter there, there's the back bolt hole and the wire. So on that back bolt hole, you have to put stock, there's like a little shim, but I measured it out and it equals out to be 4 washers that I got for that bolt size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put those in there. I don't think I can really have you here. So I'm gonna install that back bolt off camera. And after a lot of swearing and fighting, I got that bolt and I didn't end up using the 4 washers. I had the bushing from another engine that I have on the sideline. We'll just end up using that, and I'll just use the washers on the engine that's not in the engine, or not in the sled. So to get the bottom bolt in here, I believe if I pull this mount, and the mount over there, I can wedge it up enough to get the bolt in there. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna put you to the side so I can get my hands in here. Great. Great. That. Now, is all this work worth it for an electric start? Yeah, probably. Okay. Now I'm just gonna tighten them all down, and when I'm done, we're gonna reinstall this clutch so that we can test it. Hopefully that works. Theoretically, it should work. Sorry for reaching in front of you there. Okay, we're gonna try it. You guys watch that clutch and see if it spins. There's no exhaust on it, so we're not gonna run it very long. But electric start works. Woohoo! So I'm gonna get this side button up, I'll put the belt back on it. But while we have it apart on the other side, we're gonna do some more work over there. While we got this here, I know we haven't done it in a few years, we're gonna change the chain case grease oil, whatever you wanna call it. Do that, we're gonna pop off this here. We're gonna suck it all out, and then when we come back, we're gonna come over here and fill it. We'll pull the drain plug and we'll fill it till it comes out of there. So I'm gonna just do that. Have you guys in the background. The drain plug down there is an 8mm, and it's a square, so I believe you have to have the 16. Here, yeah, 16 or 12, whatever the more dashes are. 12. You see, it's a little sludgy there. Like I said, it's been a while since we changed this one. There's always going to be some metal filings there. So now we're sucking it, and you should start seeing it come through this tube here. Now it is gear oil, so it's pretty thick. And now we got it all sucked out. We're going to put in some gear oil. Basically, you squeeze some in there, give it a few seconds, and see if you see some come out of there. Pretty easy to overfill it. Oh, it's full. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's easy to overfill it. And we'll just let it drain down because I overfilled it. And that'll drain onto my floor, and then I'll clean it up. So I'll get that all taken care of. And then we're going to check the Hyfax on this, which I think are good, but we'll make sure. And I will put everything back together. Okay, so we were down here. I was going to check the Hyfax. You can see those there? See how it's really thin right there? It's kind of thicker up there. This is the worst wear spot, and it's almost worn through, so we're going to have replacing these Hyfax while we're here. Also, I'm going to go and burn all of this fluff off the side to clean the track up when we're all done too. Here's a time lapse of me reassembling the front half of the sled, putting back the exhaust, and putting the side panels back on. It wasn't really much worth showing you to actually like talk through it because you've seen me do it like 6 or 7 times already. So it's just a quick video of me doing it, so that way you can watch some fun times of me going around in circles around the machine. For the Hyfax, I just did it as a time lapse because I was just kind of getting frustrated. I was done for the day. I'll do a video later on where I do a more in-depth version of doing Hyfax because I think I've only done 2 videos of that total on this channel. So, but you can watch me here do it, pull them out and fight with them. It's not a horribly hard procedure. It's a little intricate here and there. Not a big deal. there you have it. In this video, changed the Isoflex grease, the chain case grease, added electric start, changed the Hyfax. I didn't show you it, but I did change the spark plugs and check compression. It's at 130 each cylinder. What else did we do? I looked at the carbides. They're good. You don't need to see that. But yeah, everything's good. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, give me a like and subscribe. I do appreciate you watching all these. We're going to get on to the next one. May God bless you and you have a great day.